can't deny it was pretty awesome, pretty relaxing. Got some good re-energizing done. But I did miss you, and even at 10 o'clock last week, I talked about missing you. So I would love for you to do me a little bit of a favor. I would like you to, in the comments below this video, when I post it or now as you're watching, tell me about how much you missed it, or what you were doing instead, or just some sort of comment about just not being together last week. And I'm gonna do a drawing. I just decided before I came on camera that I'm gonna do a drawing. So everybody who comments below about how much they missed it or what they did last week, I'm just gonna put you all into a drawing for a fun gift out of the new catalog. So go for it. Let me know your thoughts on not having Stamped Together Saturday last week. I plan to be here next week, so that's good news. We'll just see how things roll out as the weeks progress, but I missed it last week, so thanks for coming back. Good morning to all of you. We are ready to go, I think. You have your supplies cut? I hope so. I do. In fact, I just did. I had some errands to run this morning, and then I came home and still had to cut, and it was about 9:45. So I am ready, though. Playing with Patterns is the designer series paper I'm using today from Stampin' Up, and I just think it is loads of fun. It is just what we need to make a cheerful card. The colors are great. They're soft, but they're also bright, if that makes any sense. So I'm really liking that particular designer series paper, and I'm using the stamp set A Good Man. I decided a Father's Day card of some kind would be a good idea, so that's what I'm using this morning. So here are your supplies, and we're starting with 5.5 by 8.5, so go ahead and fold that in half. And I will read your comments after. For those of you just tuning in, I just said, if you tell me what you did instead of stamping together last week, or tell me how much you missed it. Don't tell me how much you didn't miss it, because that would make me sad. But I'll put everyone into a drawing for a free gift from the new catalog. I'm also using some new adhesive today, which has been fun for me to play with. And I'm going to start with, and I didn't tell you to cut this, but for me, I'm just going to put this piece of 4 by 5.25 Whisper White on the inside. Then I'm ready to write on it and send it out. And my DSP, like I said, is Playful Patterns, or Playing with Patterns, I should say. And we're going to put adhesive on the back of that. And that's going to go right in the middle of your card. So, oh, mine's a little crooked. Like I said, last week was really therapeutic. It was good to be away, but I also, in some ways, regretted being away because there was a lot to catch up on when I got home. All right, so next we're going to take the 2.5-inch colored square and then some ribbon that I told you should have ready to go, that ribbon that coordinates. And I don't usually have you cut your ribbon. I may start putting dimensions on there, but this is about 10 inches. And so when you take that 10-inch ribbon, then wrap it around your coastal, well, mine is Coastal Cabana, your 2.5-inch square. And I'm just going to tie that in a knot. Now this is for a guy, I didn't want to get too frilly, but ribbon is okay for guys too. And then actually this knot is going to go all the way to the right edge of the cardstock. So you're going to have like that. And you may need to play once we get the the image on there, we may need to play with where these ends are pointing. You know, I think I will just trim it down really far. There. I think that'll be good. And I'll just give you a second in case you are, I don't really know. Are people stamping with me or are they waiting till later? I don't know. So if you're stamping with me, I'll just give you a second to breathe and get that done. And then we're just going to go ahead and put that on right away. So we're going to put that so that it sits up here on your card like so. So you've just got that Designer Series paper peeking out. And then I'm going to take my Whisper White. I have a scratch paper here. You can see it's pretty well used. But I'm going to have my guy relaxing. And then with my Night of Navy ink pad, because all of this coordinates, you got to have all the matchy-matchy, even for a guy card. And I'm going to stamp that on there. And I could color it, but I think sometimes for a line art stamp, we don't have to. So I'm going to just leave it. And then I'll take my dimensionals and stick those on the back of the square. I've gotten pretty good at peeling those back, but sometimes those little papers on the back can be a little bit of a nuisance. And then that will go over the top. And then all we have left then is our little piece. Now, if I knew we all had the same punches or something like that, we could do something different, but I chose to cut just a rectangular piece, and then back to my Night of Navy pad, and then this says you're the best, and I'm gonna stamp that in the middle. Oh, I can't look over the top, you guys, so it's hard. There, in the middle of my rectangle. Now you can leave it as is. In my case, and I have like 6 paper snips and I can't find any of them right now. So I'll grab an old scissors, rubber cutting scissors, when we used to have to cut our stamps out. Remember that? Anybody? All right. I'm going to just banner cut mine. You can leave it straight. You can, you could punch it out with something, but this is what I'm choosing because my You're the Best gives me space for it. So I cut into the middle and then I cut from the corner back to my other cut, and that gives me a relatively even banner cut. And then this is just going to go flat right here. And in hindsight, I probably could have moved that down just a hair. But it's cute, right? Just a fun way to use a little scrap of your Designer Series paper. And, I just think simple cards are still amazing. So I hope that you are willing to share yours in the comments below also. So we're going to have a lot of comments today. That'll be fun. We'll have comments about how much you missed getting together last week. We'll have comments about your projects that you made with our design today. So I just want to say once again, I missed you last week, and thank you for being here week after week. I will do 2 things when this video is over, or 3 actually. I will post it on my page so that you can comment and get into a drawing. If you're late, go back and see what you need to do to get into that drawing. I will post a picture of my card that I made today, and I will also post the cutting instructions again so that if you come back to this video, you can easily find which cutting instructions go with this project today. So thanks for stamping with me. I hope you're all doing well. It's a beautiful day in Minnesota, so get out and enjoy it. And we'll see you again next week.